Hey there folks, in today's video I've got a channel update for you in regards to the broadening of the topic that I normally cover here. If it's your first time here, my name is Adrian. I'm a tech enthusiast, and on this channel I primarily focus on tech reviews. However, that's what this video is about. We're going to be broadening that subject matter there, that topic. This channel is going to remain focused on tech and electronics, and up until now, I've only focused on tech reviews. However, we're going to be diving into other areas of tech that I'm also passionate about. As a tech enthusiast, I love everything involved with electronics and tech, everything from computers to cameras to audio, DIY, servers, just a wide range of things, and I'm constantly working on different projects, and that is the my plan to pivot this channel is to bring you different content around those subtopics and bring you behind the scenes as well, to show you my process, all my trial and errors. Truth be told, I'm not an expert in any of these fields. I learn by trial and error. So sometimes things work out as planned, and other times there's a lot of failure, but within that failure is how I learn and figure out how to make things work. So I want to bring you with me along that journey. So aside from tech reviews, I'm also going to provide product recommendations and also present products that I use on a daily basis that I've been using either for several months or even several years. I'm also going to be providing tech opinion. As a matter of fact, I already have one video up about the iPhone 17 lineup that came out not too long ago, just to kind of give you my side of what I think of those new phones that were released and what the real strong point is for the average user. I'm also constantly doing DIY electronics projects where I build my own test rigs or I repair electronics, so I'll be taking you along with me on that journey as well. In addition to that, I'm also passionate about photography, videography, audio engineering, audio recording, and also DJing. As a matter of fact, that's why you see this in the back here. All of that is real vinyl that I've collected over the years. I've been DJing for a long time, so definitely passionate about music and DJing as well. I'll be bringing you updates from the workbench as well as behind the scenes vlogs of all of my process as it's happening in real time. I would also love it for you to head over to projectramos.club and join me there. It's basically my own social platform where we can have a two-way conversation there, and my plan there is to post updates there first and then cross post over to regular social media channels like Facebook, X, and Instagram, and all the others that are out there. However, I'm going to be posting first to the tech club, projectramos.club, and the motivation behind the Project Ramos Tech Club is that I just got tired of dealing with every social media platform's algorithm and having to play those games. I just want to get the content out there and make sure that you see it. So being able to manage my own platform allows me to not have to worry about an algorithm. You'll see everything that I post. I'll see everything that you comment on. There's going to be nothing holding anything back there. No advertising. It's free. It's completely open, so you don't even have to sign up. You can still consume the content without signing up. But if you sign up, you'll get a better experience, being that we'll be able to have a two-way conversation. The ultimate goal here is to build community around the tech space, and I invite anyone out there that's also a tech enthusiast that shares those same passions as I do. And I also invite anyone that's just curious about tech and you want to see how things work, or you are into discovering just products that you didn't even know were out there. So everyone's invited. You don't have to be into tech, but if you find something of interest on this channel, definitely come on in. Next, I want to give you a quick look around of my studio space here. It's actually a garage that I converted into my studio space, but this is where I do all of my work. Even my regular job, my regular 9-to-5 job, I work from home, so that's also where I do my work there. So after work, then the fun begins here in the studio. Check it out. All right, now peeling back the onion here, this is my desk setup, and we're not going to get into all the specifics, but I'll just quickly show you what I got going here. Got my recording interface, a little charging brick there, a hub, another recording interface there, speakers, and of course we got this monitor here. I got a second monitor there. That's my work from home setup, but then when I'm also editing these videos, it's getting done here as well. I got my little key light there. It's a little guy, but it does a great job. Now underneath my desk, it's a sit stand desk. However, I have this power distribution setup here that I'll be talking about later. And over here I've got my I guess you can call it my gear closet, gear cabinet. This is where I keep all of my cameras, various lenses, filters, everything I need for field monitors and recorders, microphones. So everything is housed in here. Also for live streaming there. And we got a 3D printer over here. It's a Creality SR, oh, I forget the CR SE, I think. And so, as I was saying, the vinyl, it's real vinyl, and my turntables are here. I keep them covered so to try to keep the dust off of them. But, you know, I still use vinyl, but I've also incorporated digital as well. So I use this as a mixer for either my vinyl or digital. So I got that set up there. And then moving right along, as far as my DIY shop, this is it right here. This is where I do all my testing of various different electronic projects that I'm working on, or if I'm doing a product review, this is my workbench where I test things out. I do all of my soldering, all of my various tools and testing equipment is housed in these cabinets here. And got my little Ember cup right there just charging up. So got a little microscope there, DC power supply, hot air soldering station. So just various equipment. And then up here I've got all of my server set up. So I've got my external or my hard drives that I'm running in a RAID setup. I've got these Mac Minis as my server heads, and then I got some switches there, and of course internet. And then I've got my battery backup here, hooked up to all of my server equipment there. That way, you know, any power outages, I get a chance to shut it down. But to be able to extend the life of this, I also have this EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, and this guy is a beast. So that'll extend the time of how long this will last and in a power outage situation. And then I've got all my various DeWalt tools, more tools there, and more tools here. I've got all my electronics tools here, Cat 5, Cat 6 cable, and then here I have all my electronic components and modules. So when I get an idea, I usually have what I need in these bins here to be able to put together whatever idea I might have as far as an electronic project. So I got various wires and extension cords, test leads, of course, got to have flashlights. And as I said, you know, I do a lot of little DIY projects. This looks like a mess right now, but I'm in the process of actually designing a little 3D printed case for all of this. Been working on it for a while, off and on, but it's coming. Of course, got my TV up here so that while I'm working here, I can watch the news or watch YouTube videos. And back here is just storage. Nothing too crazy back here. And in these bins, I've got a ton of product that I have yet to review there. So this is the gist of my studio space here. As I said, it's a garage converted to a studio, so that's why you see those rafters up there like that. And here's another thing we can get into is cable organization. This has come in so handy for me for USB cables. And then I mounted all of my camera mounts on the wall. That way I get it off the desk, and it just gives me a little more flexibility that way. So there you have it, folks. That is a quick overview of my studio here. I hope you come along for the journey. Join the tech club, projectramos.club. That way we can have a two-way conversation there. We can also have a conversation here in the comments on YouTube, and I hope you come along for the ride.